This week at Outside Reviews, we've got the most popular pickup truck in North America. I'm talking about the Ford F-150. We've got the XLT 2.7 liter EcoBoost engine, and there's a lot of things you can love about this truck, and there's a couple of hurdles, in my opinion, that may prevent you as a buyer to consider this truck. So you gotta keep watching, because I'll tell you those along the lines. Hey everybody, my name is Pat, and I'm just a military veteran doing car reviews now on my YouTube channel. That's right, I am the outsider, because I have nothing to do with the automotive industry. I've never worked in it. I'm just one of you guys, just a guy testing out vehicles, testing out trucks. If you like the sound of that, press that like, subscribe button, and we can get on with the show. So as I said, I got the F-150 XLT, but it's not just any old boring one. I've got the blackout package on it. It definitely pops. You got those nice set of wheels over here. We got 2765R18, so a nice 18-inch wheels. Definitely gives you a lot of comfort, a lot of tire. I don't like having nice 21s or 22s on a pickup truck. To me, it makes no sense. Comment below if you're one of those people. But you can see right away there was a refresh done this year in 2024. This is a 2024 model, and you're looking right at it right here. Amber lights. The rest of it kind of looks the same in my opinion. We got some nice set of fog lights over here. We've got some tow hooks over here, and overall got the nice blackout logo with the white that definitely pops. And we know Ford redid their logo not too long ago, but you gotta appreciate the stance of the F-150. The allure of it is definitely seen by the exterior appeal of it. Underneath, like I said, I got 2.7 liter EcoBoost V6, so turbocharged V6 that gives you 325 horsepower and 400 pounds-feet of torque through a 10-speed transmission. Definitely one of the best part of that is that 10-speed transmission. We'll talk a little bit more about that when I'm driving it, but I'm just gonna give you an Easter egg right now. I love the 10-speed transmission. Fuel economy can be expected at 11.8 liters per 100 kilometers combined, or 20 miles per gallon, which is not too bad. It's actually really good, especially in this segment. The only thing that's gonna beat this one is the hybrid version of this one. So there is 7 different choices of drivetrain. Not really, it's more like 5, but they tune it differently, and I'm just gonna put them on the screen right now. You can see their horsepower and what they go on. I definitely like the power boost as opposed to the EcoBoost, but if you're not into getting the whole hybrid and you want something to be maybe more reliable than the hybrid drivetrain, the 2.7 is definitely a good choice. 0-60 is about 6.7 seconds. Definitely a good output. 400 pounds-feet of torque is definitely a good. So if you're looking at payload capacity for my particular model, it's 1,475 pounds, so 1,475 pounds. Towing capacity is 7,700 pounds. Now, towing capacity is something that's going to change. You definitely have to look up per model. Depends on what you have: crew cab, extended cab, which, you know, drivetrain you have as well. It ranges anywhere between 7,400 pounds and 8,400 pounds, which is definitely one of the leading factors why a lot of people choose Ford F-150s. Now we do have the XLT, as you can tell right here on the badging here. So the XLT is not the bottom trim, it's kind of like in the middle. There are a lot of trims of variants of the F-150, ranges anywhere from like a work truck to a Raptor R. You can add packages and customize them all. We have, as you can tell here, the FX4 Off-Road. So what the FX4 Off-Road will give us is an off-road tune, suspension, electronic rear locking diffs, hill descent control, skid plates, and like I talked about earlier, these 18-inch wheels, which I prefer. I would definitely go with the 18-inch wheels. Now there are some adds on and everything, but all said and done, our pickup truck here today, as tested, is $76,000 Canadian. Out here in the back, we have a nice stamped out 150, the blackout logo. We've got some lights here to work with, and 360 camera on this truck as expected, because it is pretty big and you definitely need to see everything around you. I like these touches here that you can see attention to details. You got some measuring marks in case you forget your measuring tape. We definitely have some clamping points here as well, and easy access, which I'm a big fan of. We got a ladder, a little step, as well as handguard, lock 1, lock 2. So these and these, you want to make sure they're both locked in before you step into this. And I have some nice LED lighting inside the bed, as well as nice power source here, 400 watts, 120 volt, and the lighting can be turned on and off by a touch of a button here. Got plenty of tie downs, and we have obviously the spray and bed liner. Definitely works. The opening is a dampened opening, and this particular model does not have the automatic lift, so you do have to throw in some manpower over here and throw it up. All right, now here's what I love, and why a lot of families are buying these pickup trucks is the space of it. Crew cab, I mean, I've got 34 inches of legroom. It is hard to beat that. As a 5'9" individual that has a little bit wider shoulders, because I'm pretty large this way, very, very comfortable over here. And you can also lift the seats up completely, and then you have a nice flat surface to work with. Gives you a lot of cargo capacity. Here, enough said about that. Headroom, ample for days. And I like this setup. Cup holders, I can put my nice large cup holders in here. You don't have the ones here that you would have like in SUVs or any other vehicles, but you got some over here, and you got one down here, and you got another one here. I got like 4 different places I can put my cup holder, so it doesn't really matter that I don't have one over here. I have ventilation here, as well as connectivity. I have USB-Cs and a regular outlet, as well as a 12-volt cigarette lighter. So you can charge any kind of devices back here and be good to go. I don't have a panoramic sunroof, but I don't think that's necessary. Although when I start talking about prices, you're gonna be like, I'd expect the panoramic sunroof at that point, and you might be right. Let's go check out the front. All right, time to get in. Let's see here. There's the F-150. We're gonna fire it up. Nice interior. I gotta say, I like this interior. I don't like how many beeps that it throws at me when you start, but same thing with GM, General Motors. They don't have the similar kind of thing here. So here we are. Really nice job. The digital screen here in front of me, really crisp. I can have different kind of information thrown at me. Right now I have my fuel economy. So I said the expected fuel economy was gonna be around 11.8 liters per 100 kilometers. Here I am at 11.7 liters per 100 kilometers. So basically 20 miles per gallon is what I've been getting. And you can see on my trip, I've been doing over 1,000 kilometers, so 1,171 kilometers. We definitely tested this one quite a bit. So when I give my input about the driving option of it, take it for what it is, because it's been over 1,000 kilometers. Let's take a look right here. I got some nice functional buttons right here. This does have Blue Cruise ability. So I definitely like Blue Cruise, and the new Blue Cruise will do automatic lane changes, which is pretty good. I tend to just keep that feature off because I don't want the computer deciding lane changes. I think it's easier for me to decide which lane, but hands-free driving definitely takes the load of traveling long distances off your shoulders quite a bit. It makes you feel a bit more relaxed when you're driving. So I definitely love Blue Cruise. Also, you have your music choices over here, so it's nice traditional buttons, which I definitely like. I can adjust the steering wheel manually. It's telescopic as well as up and down. I have my wiper over here on the left stock, and this doesn't have a rain sensing wiper, something that I would have expected. And I know this kind of, you know, brings the cost of your windshield replacement down, but still, this truck is $76,000 Canadian. Now it does have a lot of options. We're talking about protective floor mats, or the blackout appearance package, the Blue Cruise, and all of that. But still, you don't have a panoramic sunroof. You don't have rain sensing wipers. You do have automatic headlights. And something that I appreciate a lot is when you're taking turns, there's obviously these spotlights on the sides that will light up the side completely, either from the mirror over here or from the front as well. And the lighting, the headlights, they brighten it up quite a bit. I'll see if I can get some footage of that tonight. But and another really good job that I like here is obviously the big screen here. It does a really good job. It's very responsive. You can throw in your navigation. It does have wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, and you can just turn it off if you want. And there you go. And back on. And auto on, start. So the buttons are nice and firm. Parking sensors, all the slip mode, and the camera angles. So as far as camera angles, the quality of the camera is very good. Let's go over some drive mode. So your drive mode selector is right here, and you got normal, slippery, off-road, rock crawl, which is kind of one pedal drive mode, tow haul, eco, and sports. So I'm going to go back to normal, where I've been driving all week. So I get this fuel economy that I've had, and I've had the HVAC on auto, and I've been on normal, and I still come right under the predicted or the combined fuel economy that they give us. So that's pretty good. I can find for a pickup truck, especially for this engine combination. The only one that's going to beat it in fuel efficiency is that Power Boost Hybrid. Over here we got, obviously you got your HVAC controls, and it's all hard button and knobs, and a little toggle for the fan. You appreciate that. We got heated seats, not ventilated seats. And we do have, one of the add-ons we have is that workstation, where I can put the shifter all the way down and have a workstation over here. I like this, but I would never use that personally. Comment below if this is something you guys use. I just think that it's not an option I would have selected. And we have two compartments for the glove box, which most pickup trucks have, and a little bit of storage up here. And I guess now we're just gonna take it for a drive. Okay. All right, I just put it in sports mode. Let's take this for a drive. Let's see how it accelerates. So I definitely have ample amount of power, and when I do floor it, the transmission doesn't have any issues shifting. That 10-speed transmission definitely does the job, shifts really well, especially when you give it full gas. I can go way too fast, way too quick, and it gives you that feel that this truck is not underpowered at all, that this truck has plenty of power as I'm gonna go back to normal mode, because there's no need to drive like that around here. I think I would use sports mode if I'm trying to climb a sand hill or something like that with 4 high. On this, mountainous road here, one thing you'll see is that the suspension, it is an off-road suspension, but it absorbs the road imperfections very well. Now you will get a little bit more wobble if I do make a abrupt turn like this. So I get more body roll, but in a pickup truck, I want that suspension travel when I want to go off-road, but as well, it enhances the comfort. And those 18-inch wheels do the job they're supposed to do at absorbing all the road imperfections as well. So in short, the ride quality of an F-150 is one of the best in the business. It accelerates really well, very smooth, and the whole ride is very tuned towards comfort and just being all around smooth and quiet. It's extremely quiet here on this country road, but at highway speeds as well, I find it very, very quiet. Overall, in the seats, I am quite comfortable. Like you've seen here, I've driven over 1,000 kilometers with this. I've driven over 22 hours of drive time, which man, I spent a lot of time inside these cars when I review them. So definitely like and subscribe, just so that makes it worth the fact that I spend over 24 hours, because I will drive this back, another 3-hour drive there. So yeah, let's turn into this gravel road here and maybe have a little fun. Oh yeah, we got some slipping going on here. So it's time to sum it all up, and like I said at the beginning of the video, I had a few hurdles that may be hard to overcome if you are considering this pickup truck as amongst to all the others. And the first big hurdle I have is recalls. Ford is notoriously known to be the recall champ, and that's not a title you want to hold on to. Even this particular engine, the 2.7 liter EcoBoost, it's got an engine intake valve issue from 2022, and that was no small issue to go with. So there is a lot of ongoing issues to consider. The second issue is not really an issue when you're comparing it to the overall market, but I feel like I need to speak my piece, something that I haven't. This being the XLT, the mid-level trim, with some add-ons that kind of a little bit glamorous. We're talking the black package and, you know, the blackout look, and gives you a bit of sportier look and such, but you don't have rain sensing wipers, you don't have ventilated seats or anything like that. You do have heated seats, no panoramic sunroof or anything like that. So this would be considered kind of a no-nonsense kind of pickup truck that just has a very good-looking exterior to it. It still has a Canadian price tag of $76,000. And I know this is what they're all going for, but I'm gonna say this: it's crazy. It's crazy how maybe 5 years ago the same truck could have gone for $10,000 to $20,000 less. It's crazy that we have gotten to this point. However, I do see that dealerships and manufacturers are noticing this, because you can get up to $10,000 off a pickup truck. There's a lot of sales to be had, especially right now at the end of 2024. But I did want to say that I find these prices to be insane. I don't know how a average working person can get by and that needs a pickup truck. This is gonna, perhaps get rid of a lot of people buying these to be mall crawlers. They're probably not gonna opt for this option, but for those that really need it, they're going to have to pay that price tag. They're going to have to find ways to afford it, because 4 years ago, I was in the market for a pickup truck and I opted to wait because it was 2020 and a lot of things were going on at that point. And 2021 came around, everything went up, and I was just like, I'll just wait this out for it to come back to normal, which it never did. That's going to be a video segment that's going to have its own. But I just wanted to mention that I understand the prices is being competitive when you're comparing it to all the others. They all went up. So this is not a Ford specific issue, but I'm still going to hold it as one of the cons because I think it's high. So this is my video. This is my opinion. The prices are high. But as I'm evaluating for this trial right here, this week-long trial I've had, I've got nothing negative to say about this truck other than I think the price is high. It handles great. It's comfortable. It's very functional. It's got everything you would need for a working truck or a family truck. It's got lots of storage. It's got lots of space everywhere. Very comfortable. You can, with the Blue Cruise, it makes long distance drive effortless. And I definitely enjoyed my week with it. I gotta say that I love driving this pickup truck because we get different vehicles at Outside Reviews, from sedans to SUVs, and whenever we get a pickup truck, an F-150 crew cab, it's gonna be a good, comfortable week. I want to hear back from you guys what you think about this review. We changed a little bit the format, a little bit of POV. Let me know how that looks and everything. I look forward to hearing back from you guys, and we'll see you in the next one.